everybody. I'm Alessandra Ellis, and I am actually an intern, a social work intern, interning here at Family Matters. And before I talk to you about what our topic is, I want just to let you know that this is my very first time doing this, just going live. So I couldn't be more excited to do it. Now, today I'm going to discuss about self-care. But before we get into the discussion about self-care, let me go ahead and talk to you a little bit about stress. So how many of you currently are experiencing stress or have had in the past? I know I definitely have. As you know, stress is one of the leading causes of physical and emotional disturbances. And it is very important to recognize the stress warning signs, which can vary from person to person. However, among some of the most common, we can experience feeling anxious, overwhelmed, and self-doubting as well. I wanted to just tie a very good example, which is our emotional well-beings can be compared to bank accounts. So you can make as many withdrawals as you possibly want to, but unless you put in also deposits, you're very soon you're gonna go in the red zone, and before you know it, you're basically gonna be completely you're not gonna have anything else to give. And so very much like that, self-care is an attitude that says, I am responsible for my well-being. I'm precious. It's a smart thing to take care of yourselves because it helps prevent burnout. It reduces the negative and psychological, physical effects of stress and helps us focus on what truly is important in our lives. So set some time aside daily. Recognize that you're not a machine. You're a human being. Some days you might work at a 70 or 90% capacity, other times at a 30. And that's normal. So don't be too hard on yourself. One of the problems with industrialized society is that we have been taught to ignore our body signals when we're tired and just to keep on pushing. Well, sometimes this might be necessary to accomplish a task. If you keep on doing it, your body and mind will let you know, and you will not necessarily like what it has to say. So do yourself a favor and practice self-care. An empty lantern provides no light. Self-care is the fuel that allows your light to shine bright. Self-care practice for everyone is for everyone, and we do have some very good pointers of what we can do. Just for this is again, it's for general. Good nutrition can be very helpful. Drink plenty of water, exercise, get enough sleep, and avoiding risky behaviors, and also keep a good hygiene. All of these are very important. However, what are self-care practice work for me? Well, it depends on what recharges you. Here are some ideas on what you can do. But before we get started, I want to ask you to be kind, be patient, be generous, be accepting, be all of these things to yourself. That is where it begins. So some of the things you might be doing is take a walk, whether it is the beach, the forest, or the mountains. Immerse yourself in nature. Look around you. What do you hear? What do you see? What do you smell? What do you feel? Listen, to relax music. Take a break. Engage in journaling of your hopes and dreams. Perhaps you would like to draw, paint, or sculpt. Or it's just as simple as just call a friend. Meditate and mindfulness can really help us every single day. Another example could be go to karaoke and sing your heart out with some friends. Or maybe watching, videos of puppies and kittens is your thing. Baby cuddles. The list can go on and on and on. But before I'm gonna let you go, I want to tell you about some of my favorite go-to for self-care. I have a diffuser with essential oils. Now, I like diffuser a little bit more than scented candles because they're more economic, one, and also they're safer because you can just let them, you can just turn them on and you can start them and you can walk in other rooms and you can just leave them on because they will auto shut themselves off. So it's pretty safe. Also, essential oils have amazing impacts on our attitude. It can help us feel focused and relaxed, depending, of course, on what we need. One of my other favorite is taking a hot bubble bath. And you can make it as luxurious as you like. You can put candles, you can put bath salts, you can do, you can have, again, diffusers or candles and music playing. Just try to carve yourself a little bit of time at that where you can rejuvenate. So keep in mind that practicing self-care is not selfish. It's being smart. So far, we have discussed about individual self-care, but what about self-care for families? Well, there are definitely plenty of strategies and activities that you can engage in with your family, depending if you like to address the emotional, physical, spiritual, mental, practical, social being. So one of these, you could, definitely watch a good movie. For the emotional, draw self-portrait, say I love you, spend more time, together. So these are, telling jokes. It can be very, very easy, but very effective. I will go ahead and provide you a link of different activities that you can do to self-care. I will also include at the end of this video an assessment, basically a checklist that you can assess very quickly if you are in need of self-care. More than likely you are. So I definitely encourage you to take that assessment. Remember, you gotta nourish to flourish. Self-care is giving the world the best of you instead of what's left of you. And I just wanted to let you know that you matter and then your family matters. Take care. Until next time.